Thanks, Chris. And hey, all you Blue Raider fans, this is Mariah Stearns with your view from the Hill for September 3rd, 2016. During this halftime, we're going to be meeting with Professor Tip Shanklin of the LWC English Department. Dr. Shanklin is the program coordinator and has valuable insight on what makes the LWC English program a great option for students to pursue various fields.
So they learn writing skills, they learn organization skills, research skills, and primarily, I would think, critical thinking skills. And those can be applied across any program on campus. And it's, I think, the kind of thing that employers are looking for too. I mean, we also, particularly in the literature classes, we stress creativity, creative thinking, as well as critical thinking. And so I think the skill sets that students get from our program are useful in a variety of situations, both throughout a student's career here as well as beyond when they graduate and go out into the workforce.
Shanklin notes that the degree is perfect for those wanting to enter graduate schools even outside of the field of English, law schools in particular.
Well, we have had a number of students who've gone on to prestigious law schools who were English majors, and I think part of that are the research and writing skills that they obtain. Also about argument, how to create an argument in an academic sense, but also in another sense. So I think the English major is quite a good major to take if one wants to go to law school, because of the skills they learn in the major that they can apply. Again, whether they go to law school or into an academic program like a master's degree or on to a PhD. So we've had a lot of success, particularly over the last several years, with students, English majors, who have gone on to law school and have gotten into good graduate programs to get a master's degree. But we have had a lot of success. Students have gone to U of L, UK, Western, University of Cincinnati, who've gone on to English graduate programs, but then again, as I said, we've had at least 4, maybe 5 now, who've gone on to prestigious law schools.
According to Shanklin, the English major is a well-rounded degree that embodies the liberal arts spirit.
I think the English major, I think the curriculum that we have does embody the entire liberal arts spirit. I mean, liberal arts meaning arts that are free from things like censorship, that are available to a wider audience. So it doesn't mean liberal in the sense of liberal conservative, democratic conservative. Liberal it originally meant an education for a free person. In other words, someone who wasn't a slave, and that goes back to the ancient world, to the Greco-Roman world. And so the tradition of liberal arts has changed over the centuries because culture has changed. And but I think the English major, and again the curriculum, is one of the foundations of a liberal arts college. And again, as I mentioned before, in terms of skills that students engage in, critical thinking, creative thinking, writing, rhetoric, argument, but also the creative side as well with literature and creative writing. And so I think we are perhaps one of those kind of keystones or cornerstones to a liberal arts college and a liberal arts education.
English is a great major to pair with education for those wanting to double major and go into teaching. Shanklin explains the process.
We have the English major, and one of the emphases within the major is secondary education. So students are also taking ed classes as well, and they get certified to teach at the high school level with the bachelor's degree and the education requirements that they meet as well. So we've also had, as well as students going to law school and graduate school who are English majors here at the college, we have a pretty good placement record too of students going into the high schools around here, the county high schools, Adair County and Russell County and Taylor County. And we even have some who've gone sort of back to their hometowns. We have one former graduate who is the head of the English program over in Monticello.
Many events, publications, and groups are tied to the English major at LWC. Shanklin says that the English program strives to offer many opportunities for publication and experience outside of the classroom.
Well, the program has both a faculty and a student colloquium. We have the faculty colloquium in the fall, in which some member or members of the English faculty present research that they have done or are preparing to deliver at a conference. And then we have in the spring, we have a student colloquium, which is mainly for the Sigma Tau Delta students. And Sigma Tau Delta is the International English Honor Society. And we have a chapter here, the Alpha Kappa Phi chapter here. And in addition to that, we have two publications. The older of the two is Orpheus, which I started back in 1999. And that's open to any student on campus, regardless of majors, not just for English, but students are the editors. They do the bulk of the work on that. And then 2 years ago, one of our colleagues who has moved on in his academic career started a journal, the Alpha Kappa Phi Review, which is undergraduate research in the humanities, and that's strictly an online journal. And I was the editor of it last year, and those Orpheus from last year and the Alpha Kappa Phi Review are both, you can view them and read them cover to cover on our web pages on Lindsey under the tab Journals. And so the Alpha Kappa Phi Review is research-supported writing, often papers that were written for classes, and that's open also to students. One doesn't have to be a member of Sigma Tau Delta to submit work, and then it goes through an editorial process, and then both of the publications are spring publications. So it's opportunities for students to work with journals, with editing, and with their own writing, whether it's scholarship or creative writing.
For more information about the English department here at LWC, contact Dr. Shanklin at shanklin@lindsey.edu or go to the college website at www.lindsey.edu. Go to the Academics tab at the top of the page. Now it's back to Chris Wells for more halftime activities and fun. That's been it for this week's View from the Hill. I'm Mariah Stearns on the Lindsey Wilson Sports Network.